Hi, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've come back. And if you have come back, oh my God, you're my favorite. I love you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate any attention you guys want to give me over here. I'm brand new to trying YouTube. Well, I've been on YouTube for forever, but I finally got enough courage to try and put myself out there and make some videos. If you watch any of the previous ones, I've been away because I went to a baby shower and it was amazing and it was exciting. And yeah, so I'm home now. It was beautiful and lovely. And if you see any of the pictures, I wore this to the baby shower, but it's one of my favorite dresses, so I'm wearing it today. Okay, what are we going to talk about today as I get on my makeup? Again, this is not a tutorial. I'm not great at makeup. I'm not a makeup artist. So any hints or tips or corrections you guys want to give me would be greatly appreciated. And, wow. So I thought maybe I'd tell you guys a story since I went to a baby shower and I got babies on my mind. And it's October. I'm gonna try really hard not to cry because I'm putting on makeup and I gotta not cry. How are you gonna cry and put on makeup at the same time? So, how about my baby story? Because that's what's on my mind whenever I go to a baby shower. I went through infertility struggles myself for years. I was never able to have a baby, and I thought I was never going to be a mother. I tried to adopt a child. Everything was going great. I got to be there at her birth. I named her. Oops, I see this a little crooked. Sorry, don't mean to do that. There we go. I named her after my favorite aunt. Sorry for all my other aunties. I love you too, Aunt Alice. I really, really do, and Aunt Nita. But Anita, Aunt Anita. That woman helped raise me. She was the dearest, most amazing person on the whole planet. So Anita, and my godmother, who also helped raise me. She was my hero, and I wanted to be her when I grew up. And her name was Forrest. And don't come at me. My sister teased me about the name I picked too, because it would have been Anita Forrest. It's Anita Forrest, and I was going to call her Annie. Anyways, when she was born, I gave her first bath. I gave her first bottle, and I held her for about 6 solid hours, just loving and bonding and just staring at this child in amazement that I was finally going to be a mom. And then a social worker walked into the room and informed us that because the mother was a Native American, the tribe had denied the adoption. Even though I too am Native American, I did not belong to their tribe, and I was not a registered Native American. The child would either need to stay with the mother, or the tribe would place the child. So I left the hospital in tears, and I sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. And I went straight to my friend Lori's house. Now, Lori isn't really just a friend. Lori is the younger sister of Jimmy. Jimmy was married to Aunt Lulu. So in a way, we were kind of related. She's like my aunt-in-law. But she's only 7 years older than me. So I was tiny when they got together. And my Aunt Lulu and Jimmy practically raised Lori because she's so much younger than him and was a late surprise to her mom. So we had I had a lot of time with Lori. We grew up together, even though she was 7 years older than me. We grew up together, and I grew up idolizing and worshiping this woman. And once I became a teenager and then an adult, we became the best of friends. And I loved her so much, and she loved me. She was in my wedding. So of course, I drive straight to her house, and I sit on her bed all night long, and she holds me and holds me and holds me and tells me, I'll have a baby for you. I'll have a baby for you. No, I'll have it. And I'm like, no, it's not meant to happen. I'm never going to be a mother. I am not supposed to be a mother. So, I'm getting hot and sweaty. I'm going to put my hair up while I do my makeup. So, I go home thinking, that's it. It's over. I'm never going to be a mother. It's not for me. Okay. And I'm crushed and heartbroken and whatever. I'm just going on with my little life. Fast forward about 8 or 9 months, and I get a phone call from Lori. And she tells me, guess what? You're pregnant. I'm like, what? And she says, yep, you're pregnant. She swears that she got pregnant by accident. I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. But she swears she got pregnant by accident, and that and she waited until she was 5 months along before telling me, because she wanted to be sure she could do it. So here I am, excuse me, with 4 months to prep for a baby, and still scared, still thinking it's not going to happen. She's going to change her mind. Something's going to happen. Something's going to go wrong. It's not going to happen, even though we like find out that it's a girl, and we're freaking out, and everything's crazy scary. And so we go on, and it's coming close, and we come down to get the baby, and oh my god, it was so scary when I get there. And she's expecting, and I still didn't believe it was going to happen. I'm like, something's going to go wrong. This isn't going to turn out right. And you want to know the moment when I knew that it was real, and when I accepted that it was real? That very first night, Lori laid down on her couch, big old round tummy, and she tells me, I'm going to watch TV. You two get acquainted, or you go to town or something like that. And she pulls up her shirt, and baby starts rolling and turning, and it was amazing. I had never been intimate with a pregnant woman before. When my auntie was pregnant, when Aunt Lulu was pregnant, and Dominique was moving in her tummy, and Mikey was moving in her tummy, I would get to touch just a little bit, but I was a little kid still, so it wasn't like I got to stay there. I'd never been intimately close with a pregnant woman. And I just started sobbing, and I'm holding on to that baby as she's moving, and I'm like, hi, hello, it's your mommy. And then at one point, I knew I was gonna cry. At one point, Lori reached over, and she put her hand on my head, and she was crying, and I was crying, and I'm holding the baby, and she's holding me, and the baby's inside her. And that's when I accepted that I was going to be a mommy after all. And then, and then it was about a week later, because we live in Washington, and she was still in Carson City, Nevada, where mostly I grew up. So we had flown down about 2 weeks ahead of time before the big event, so that we could have, time just in case the baby came early or whatever. We gave ourselves 2 weeks, and it was about 4 or 5 days after we got there because Lori and I were like walking like crazy, trying to get the baby out, trying to make it happen, and we're going all over the place. And she's like, you know, one night, it was about 11 o'clock at night, and she goes, I just went to the bathroom, and there's like this gross, like drippy stuff come in, and we're like, I don't know. And we call the doctor, and the doctor's like, okay, get to the hospital, I think it's time. So we pile in the car, and as we're driving to Reno, where her delivery was scheduled, we hear this, there's one part of the freeway. If you lived in Carson City or Reno, you know this part of the freeway that does this. And it's kind of fun, right? And we're woos, 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 because we're going fast, because we're thinking the baby's coming. And then all of a sudden, I heard it. Her water popped. It broke without pop. And Lori looks at me, she goes, did you hear that? I didn't. And thankfully, she was sitting on a towel, because yeah, it was really exciting. And then we're like, oh my gosh, the baby's really coming. We're having a baby. And yeah, and we get in there, and it was crazy. It was exciting. She was such a champ. She hung in there, and we were holding her hand, and we were focusing and counting, and oh my gosh, the excitement. Oh. And then it got a little scary. We were kind of scared, and there were tears, because when she was, before she was born, she inhaled some of her first poo. I forget what they call brand new baby poo, but she inhaled some, and that's really scary to get it in the lungs, and they had to yeah, it was scary for a minute. If you've had a newborn, if you have children and you know this, it was a scary thing, but it was only a brief scary thing, just enough to spice the event up, you know, so it's not like just this boring everyday story that everybody has about the birth story. We had some excitement. And yeah, and then I had her. It was real. She was mine. And I was still terrified. I still didn't know how it was going to happen. And but wow, it was amazing. It was wonderful. I got to stay. They let me stay in the hospital with the baby, and I slept in the bed next to Lori. That we were together the whole time, and she's still to this day one of my best friends. And you know what is fucking crazy about this story? Lori was the black sheep of the family. Anytime that anything went wrong in Jimmy's life, it seemed like he would blame Lori for it for some reason. And they would always pick on her, and they would always, everybody just gave her such a bad time about everything. And I never understood it, because I fucking worshipped this woman. I love this woman. And the thing that broke my heart, though, is the way that it changed the family's perception of Lori. Because, you know, I've always been kind of the goody two-shoes and the sweetheart of the family, you know, the baby of the baby, as the youngest from the youngest. And, you know, and I've always been kind of a people pleaser and trying to make everybody happy and stuff. So it's kind of the darling of the family. I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but it takes a lot of work to be the darling of the family. Let me tell you, there's a lot of shit you got to eat, and a lot of things you got to be like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Don't crap on the darling of your family, because they work hard to be there. Anyways, so yeah, and when Lori told me, she said the difference, and she felt like I saved her life, like I changed her life, because the difference in the way that everybody treated her after that. The fucking woman is my hero. She gave me a reason for living. And she thinks that I saved her? No. So, yeah, that's how I got my wonderful daughter, who is 28 years old, and she's amazing and lovely and everything I ever wanted. You know, before, when I was struggling to have children, and wanting them so bad. I had never, ever wanted a small family. When I wanted kids, I wanted kids. I grew up in the generation where we're watching The Waltons, 8 is Enough, The Brady Bunch, like everybody, Good Times. Everybody had tons of kids. I wanted tons of kids. And when I started going through the infertility, I was like, I want 8. If I have 4 boys and 4 girls, I will only need 2 rooms with 2 bunk beds in each room. It'd be perfect. Yeah, and I thought, I didn't care how many boys I had to have at least 1 girl because their clothes were cuter. And then I ended up with Christia. And Christia, I've always told her since she was tiny that God took everything I wanted in all my children and he just packed it all into one. Because she's girly who loves playing dress up and getting gorgeous and girlified, but she's also a little tomboy who we would go hiking and dirt biking with. That kid could dirt bike like you wouldn't believe. And yeah, she's all over the scale. She's everything I ever wanted. So that's my story of how I became a mommy. And that one actually had nothing to do with October and didn't make me cry. Not really, I only had a little bit of tears. The one that will make me cry is I did have one amazingly, beautifully surprise pregnancy. And I'll tell you that story if you want it. Leave a comment if you want me to tell that story, because that one I will sob through. Dog, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. Lay down. All right. Hopefully that part didn't get too quiet. I got a little melancholy there as I was thinking about it. Let me put the dog out before he turns me crazy. You wanna go out too? Come on. Let's hope they stay quiet until we finish. Okay, now it's time for eyeshadow. So yeah, that's how I got my Christia. And if you're wondering about her beautiful, unique name, I made it up. At the time, my best friend in high school, her name was Christina. And Christina never went by Christina. When she was born, she was a late surprise to her mommy, and she already had 2 nephews. So, and even though she was white, she was born like somewhere down south, and there was a lot of Mexican community there, and her family knew that Tia means auntie in Spanish, and so they used to call her the little Tia, and it stuck. Her name became Tia. And that's all I ever called her. That's all anyone ever called her, was Tia. And when I found out her name was Christina, I am a strong believer that babies should be named after people that we love, because I believe the way to keep their spirits alive and with us, they need to be remembered and it needs to be carried on. And I just believe that the children should be named after loved ones. So I loved my best friend. She was my best friend and I loved her. So I took Tia and Christina and I melded them and I named her Christia. And that's how my daughter got her beautiful name. And she loves it. And only people try to tell her Christina. And we're like, no. She's always going, there's no N in it. And her middle name is for my sister. Now, my sister is a harsh person. My sister, there's a lot of negative things about my sister. And at the moment, we are not even speaking, and we haven't spoke for over a year, which is very painful and sad. But she's my sister, and there is a part of my sister that I absolutely love. There is a part of my sister, well, the part that I wish was there. There are brief moments where she was the sister that she should have been, the sister that I needed, you know, and she's a lot softer. Like, so I gave her a middle name, Rochelle. Still spelled it the same way, R-A-C-H-E-L, but it's pronounced Rochelle because I wanted her to be the softer side. I named my daughter after the sister that I knew she could be, the sister that I glimpsed, not the sister that was really there. And that's a whole another bucket of worms. But yeah, that's my baby, Christia Rochelle. Do you guys have cool names for your kids? Do you make up names? I did not want a million. Like everywhere I went, every class, there was always like 4 Lisas. Lisa was such a common name when I was growing up. I was like, why didn't you name me Elizabeth? Then I could be Lisa, or I could be Liz, or I could be Beth. And my mom was like, because I named you Lisa. Yeah, so what's your take on names? I don't know, I think my eyeshadow kind of looks good. I'm going to bake it a little bit more. I don't know if that's baking. I just want to deepen it a little bit more. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my hair. Let me take this brush. So, yeah, that baby shower hit a little harder than expected. Like I said, October is always harder for me anyway. October 18th in particular, because that's the birthday, and it's a very sad day for me. I will tell you guys about it next time. But this time, it's not a sad day, so we're gonna keep it happy. I don't know how good that looks, but we're going for it. Nope, not that brush. I love these angle brushes because I don't do a lot of eyeliner. I just use my eyeshadow, and these angle brushes are really good for that. Although I did pull out my eyeliner today because I thought I might, but now I'm not. I'm thinking, nah, I don't want to. Do you ever do that? Do you ever get so ambitious and you're like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do this, and then you get halfway through it and you're like, nope, that was funny, nice try, because I'm not gonna do it after all. That feels really, really thick. Oh, stay quiet out there. That's Pippin. The mighty Pip. Oh, I'm going to have to bring her in if she doesn't stop. I do not let my dogs bark outside. That's so rude and inconsiderate to your neighbors. Do not let your dogs bark. Okay, I gotta grab them. Hopefully they'll be quiet in here for us. Come on, babies. Let's go. Come on, Juju. Come on. Pippin, come here. That's none of your business. Come on. Come on. Treats. No, you want a treat? You want a treat, Pippin? Come on. Treat gets them every time. You guys are coming with me for a treat. Stop it, Riker. He is happy about a treat. I'm taking you guys with me. Here is my picture wall. One of my favorite things. I love it. I love it. Shh. This is Kimberly, the one whose baby shower we just went to. This one, she came and visited me. I took her to Pike Place. And here is when Cassie Colton came to visit me and I took her to Pike Place. And this right here, and right here, that's my baby face. That's my Christia. And that's my Katie and my Julie. And that's my JK. Love my JK. All right, that's my photo wall. Here we go. Gotta get treats because I promised some treats. My room is a mess. I didn't make my bed. And yes, I have a mini fridge in my room because I'm bougie like that. I'm just gonna give him some pepperoni because I promised a treat. There you go, Pippers. There. They had their treats. Here you go, right here. Boy, that was fast. I threw like 5 and Riker just inhaled them. I just like to throw the treats and let them have at it. Okay. Okay. Not quite as centered as I was, but we're gonna just get on with things because we gotta get on with things. I thought I would try the false eyelashes again. I had a little bit of luck with them yesterday. We'll see if we can have better luck today. Because I got them on, but they looked ridiculous. They wouldn't curve to my eyes, you know? They were just going, I can't get them apart. It's all just one giant caterpillar. Because they're magnetic. Jiminy. Let go. Maybe I'll fast forward through some of this. Try to edit. Speaking of edit, I have all of the video from this weekend, plus I have a book vlog because I did a book review. I took some vlogging of me while I read through a book, and I can't wait to put that up and share it with you. But I can't figure out how to edit. I got a fancy dancy program. Why is this doing this to me? Oh, because maybe it goes like this. That's, no. Okay. Getting frustrated already. All right, that's good there. Oh yeah, I got Fancy Dancy editing app, and I can't figure it out. And it was supposed to be editing for beginners. Yeah, right. Okay. All right, I finally have it loaded. And let's see if we can do this. they didn't stick to each other again, which I'm not going to panic because I think that means that I just put them on upside down. So we'll flip them over and try again. Okay, so they're loaded. I'm going to try again. All right. Grr. Okay. I am going to keep working on this, and then I'm going to try to just fast forward through it so you guys can see me in fast forward to see if I do it. Okay? So I'm not going to say a lot because in fast forward you can't hear me anyway. Okay. There are lashes. They got tweaked. I don't know if you can see it. See them sticking up there? I'm going to trim those off. Because I ain't about to get stuck in the eye. I give up. It's not gonna work. I can't do it. I surrender. Okay. So, I'm gonna fast forward through all of that so you guys won't even see it. Or, you know, you'll see it, but be like, ha ha ha, she couldn't do it. Frustrating. But let's put on some eyeliner. I got this that we're gonna put down here because I feel like being fancy today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sorry for all the eyelash drama. I will get the hang of those eventually, but I no longer want to pour my time and energy in it. It's not worth getting frustrated over, you know? And let's see here. There we go. Make my eyes water. Look at me, all snazzy with my brightened eyes. I have this too that gives us either a pointy line or I could do a stamp. I'm worried about the stamp. Not too shabby. There we go. Just a little bit in the corner of the eye to wake them up, lengthen them out. I like it. I like it a lot. This is kind of dull. See, the thing about this though, it's a really cool design. It's fancy, but look how wide it gets. How do you sharpen it? Bad design. Good design. I don't know if I want to go above. Okay, I need a small mirror. Where'd my small mirror go? And we're just going to connect those two right there. Okay. Why is it always harder on one side than it is on the other? I never get that. Sorry I'm so quiet. It's like you can't even breathe when you're putting on eyeliner. I give myself a weird little funky line there. Do you ever mess up on one side, so you just go over to the other side and try to mess it up in the same way so you're even? Yeah, me either. I don't do that either. Damn, it just made it worse. Which you always do when you fuck with it. I have a solution, though. Did you know moisturizer removes eye makeup? Yeah, moisturizer removes eye makeup. Oh, it's a lot of trouble being beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. In case you're wondering, I am wearing these eyeshadows today. And I'm going to slap on some mascara and lipstick. Call it good. Thank you guys for hanging out and being so patient with me. I need to do my hair too. Shoot. This video is running longer than I thought. But like I said, I will have fast forwarded through all the eyelash nonsense and we'll be good. Doesn't it look like I just have eyeliner from there to there? I am not going to worry about it though, because I have it all over. It's there. I don't know why it's only showing in that glump. I think because I got some of my eyelashes and that's what it is. I'll worry about it later. I need new mascara. It's starting to run out on me. Man, I can't believe I couldn't get those freaking eyelashes on. I got them on without a camera a while ago, a couple days ago, and I was so proud of myself. I'm like, yay, I'm gonna do it next time I do a makeup tutorial or makeup thing. Then it didn't work. I'm pissed. Very, very pissed. Okay. That's as good as we are going to do. Okay. Close enough. Lips. You know, I have always liked my lips. When I was a little girl, I was a little self-conscious because I thought I had fat lips. And that was because when I got hurt and I went and said, I think I have a fat lip. And they're like, your lips are always fat. An adult said that to me and it made me really sad and stuck with me for all my life. I still remember it. I was like 6 years old. But I got over that in my teens and I like my lips. Do you have a feature that you're unashamed to say, I like it? As women and girls, we're conditioned to think that we're being stuck up if we like ourselves, if we like something about ourselves. We're supposed to talk ourselves down, not talk ourselves up. Well, I say bullshit to that. I want to hear you talk yourself up. Drop it in the comments. You tell me what you like about yourself, what feature you have always liked and thought, I got it there. For me, it's my lips. I've always liked my lips, even though someone told me they were fat when I was little. This myth. I love curls. I hate curls. It is a messy relationship. This is just water. I'm just wetting them down. Trying to get them to remember which curl clump they belong to. Because we don't want frizz, we want curl. This part right here is always dry and frizzy. Like no matter how much product I do, it never just curls, it floofs like wool. I don't know why it makes me so sad that it does that. But there we go. This will dry up and curl just fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This stuff I love. This is called Revived Curls Tousled Texture by Nexxus. This is for second day curls. It's like dry shampoo for your curls. And just put a little bit of that on, and it just revives all my curly curls so they're not so frizzy and I look good. And it smells really good. There we go. Now, hopefully these will curl up nicely and not frizzy as it dries. And I found my sunflower earrings. Aren't they beautiful? I love them. Which is why I'm wearing this dress again after I wore it this weekend, because I was so tickled to find the earrings. I was like, okay, I have to wear it. I have to wear the dress so that I can wear the earrings. Yeah. Goop on my ear. I can't get this one in. There we go. Look at me. I love those earrings. And see how they match so good. Okay. Are we ready for a fit reveal? Watch out, Riker. Turn this way just a nip. Riker, go lay down. Come on. People want to see my dress, not my dog. Although I'm sure everybody wants to see the dog. Come on. Come on. Stop. Stop. Anyways, this is my dress. I was worried gonna make me look fat, but I'm not fat. I love my dress. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Riker says thank you too.